Hello, accounting students and accounting fanatics. This is Arlon, the creator of AccountBlaster and SuperBomb Reversi. In this demonstration, I'm going to show how you can chart the running balance of your total capital through time using AccountBlaster and or a spreadsheet program. That is to say, chart how much money you have through time using AccountBlaster or a spreadsheet program. I had used a spreadsheet program to do this for years and it works great. AccountBlaster is a little more powerful, especially with accounting specific functionality, just mostly because spreadsheets are not hierarchical in nature, where AccountBlaster is hierarchical. The core functionality is just being hierarchical in nature, so it lends itself to hierarchical functionality such as accounting. And it can do other stuff too, other than accounting, but accounting is its specialty, obviously, since it's called AccountBlaster. Anyways, I will demonstrate how you could do this with a spreadsheet. Basically, what I'm talking about is just charting how much money you have. Like, say you got bills coming up and rent coming up, and you know how much money you have, but there's a low point coming up, and you're not sure if you should pay. Maybe some of the bills you could put up, maybe like your Netflix, you could just not pay it or something. You're deciding when you should have your party, if you should have it next week or the week after, and you have, you got your bank account and you got your other bank account and you got your piggy bank and your wallet, and you get kind of confused because you have a bunch of different accounts that you're working out of, and it just gets confusing when you have more than one balance to look at and more than one bill to pay and maybe more than one source of income, etc. So to show what I'm talking about with the spreadsheet, I just mean how much money you have through time. So with the spreadsheet, you can do it something like, say you have $10 today and you're getting paid $1,000 tomorrow, and you got bills coming up and you got groceries to pay. So you got $200 in groceries you need to buy, and a $50 phone bill. And what's today, the 8th, so tomorrow you're getting paid, so this is today, this is tomorrow, etc. And, I'm sure everybody has lots of bills that they have to pay, blah, blah, blah. So to do the running balance, there's lots of ways to set it up, but for this example, you would just hit the top one equals the day before plus the paychecks minus the expenses, and drag it down. So this is your running balance. And to chart it in a spreadsheet, depending on what spreadsheet program you're using, I think in numeric you just go insert chart line insert, and then like that, and there you go. That's what I'm talking about, charting the running balance of your total capital through time using a spreadsheet. Your guess is as good as mine how you get the dates in there. I don't know. If you wanted to do more than one account, it could totally be done. You could do more than one balance column, or if you just want one balance column, just do account 2. Okay, so you can do as many as you want, but as you can tell, you're going to get a grid of numbers and it's going to get messy. Do it. Works. Anyways, you can use my program AccountBlaster for it. Since it's for accounting, you can just go to accountblaster.com, which is rerouted to super-bomb.com/accountblaster, just because of that's how my hosting account works. So don't get weirded out when it doesn't go to accountblaster.com. Type in accountblaster.com, it goes to super-bomb.com/accountblaster. And AccountBlaster free, let you play with it, but it has morphing numbers, so it's not really for real accounting. It's for demonstration purposes. When you are ready to get some serious accounting done, use AccountBlaster basic subscription, which is what I'm using now. And when you load AccountBlaster the way it is right now, it gives you some example stuff. You can change it or delete it or whatever you want. You're going to make your own setup and save it is what you're going to do. You can use this as a template. It's easier just to set up your own. We'll just show you how to set up your own thing. This gives you a new account. That's me. And I'm going to show you a bunch of ways to do this, because there's lots, since no one's going to watch past that anyways. Make external accounts, it gives me a way of automatically naming the categories of your expenses. So that's why I'm doing this. I'll just put a few basic bills. Rent. Phone. Insurance. And then to color them up, these make them different colors. I like to go randomize themes, and then when you look at them, they're different colors. And that's good for your pie chart later. So we got that, and then maybe where the income comes from, like maybe you got a job or two, like job 1 and job 2 or something. As many jobs as you want. And then that's not even yourself. So then that's to set up yourself. You can do like accounting class and give yourself an assets account if you want. And then liabilities account, just like accounting class. This is a credit account. And of course, if you want to track everything, your temporary accounts. This is also another credit account, and generally you track your income and expenses. The way I use it. Cut off my screen for a second. I usually do it is do it lots of ways, but this is how I do it. income and expenses account and your temporary accounts, and each one of those has an in and an out. The alternatives is to put those in there. But anyways, I'll show that in a minute. That's not this. So that's it for temporary accounts, and then you might want a credit card or something. You have a bunch, so I'll call it credit card A, and some liability accounts you may have. And then if you got too much stuff open, you could use the sweep button and just get what you need open. Put some asset accounts, maybe a bank account. In fact, I'm going to have a couple of those, so I'm going to call this bank account A. And we can have bank account B. And we can have a wallet. We have a piggy bank. So that's all the accounts that you'll need to for this example. So I showed you how you could randomize all the themes with this button, randomize all, but you can also just change the theme with the theme button. And if deep is on, it changes the sub accounts as well. So that's how this works. That's the background theme, and then that's the theme sub account. And if you don't have deep on, reverse goes in conjunction, so that'll put it back to where it just was. Deep. And reverse. So that's how the themes work, at least for now. When you get your accounts structure how you want it, you can examine what it looks like. This is the tree button, and it'll show you the structure. You can see there's no transactions yet. This is just the account structure. And that's just the Arlon account. If you want to see the account structure of the world, do the world one. To see everything, this tree button does everything. So does this one. Two different ones. So once your accounts are set up to your satisfaction, save it, so use it again. Probably make a mistake, so you probably want to start over here. So now anytime you go to AccountBlaster, you can just start by hitting restore, choose file, get your file open. That way, you can save your stuff. That saves and restores the accounts. The account automatic transaction functionality, which is under Ghost control panel, saved separately. That's with this button. It's a little bit less core to your data, so the reason for that. these things do lots of things. These are also hierarchical, so you can, and they can be generally for just something as a container, which is what this one, my intent for this particular one is. It's distinct from this account. This is just a, I call it a ghost chunk for now until a better name comes along. So anyways, it's going to get income and expense automatic transaction thingy. Income ghost chunk expense. And this can also be set up lots of different ways, but this is my favorite way to do it. This demonstration always comes out longer than I want, so I'm just going to do my favorite way first and then other ways after. So for the income section, I say to this thing, whenever you go from work this is sort of like a programmable thingy. So whenever anything goes from work to Arlon, in other words, whenever work is credited and Arlon is debited, I don't even know if that makes sense in this circumstance, but anyways, whenever money goes from work to Arlon, the next two accounts are triggered to have a transaction that is tied into that transaction. It's easier just to put it in there than to really explain it. Long story short, put those two accounts in there, and you'll wind up with records tied into the. Same with the expenses. Anytime anything goes from stores, reverse it actually. Arlon. These into automatic transactions by going through the control panel that's like this, the spokes one. We want spokes one. Call it income. And same with this one, spokes. First click on the explosion, then you click on the thing that looks like that, and then you click on the spokes, and then the spoke car's crashing. It's a auto, get it, transaction, and it's a spoked auto transaction because it's the accounts are tied into the original transaction. I didn't know what buttons to use. Anyways, it's the spokes. This is the expenses. Again, if the colors get old, change them. Geez, one of my favorite colors. So anyways, I think I might be having microphone activation issues because I just played back the last video and I noticed that my voice is only recorded after a second after I start talking, so I'll have to redo these videos once I figure that out. I have no idea how to fix it right now, so I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully this sort of works. These are for doing chained transactions for you. Anytime you move money from your bank account to a store, it moves money from your expense into your expense out. That effectively is the same as crediting your asset account and debiting your expense account and subsequently zeroing your expense account on the period close. The zeroing transaction will be summed in the out account, and the rest of the transactions are in the in account. So to save your automatic transactions, you can save it like this. Just hit save, and usually it names it something relevant like what you've named the things. Save. To get that back tomorrow, go to AccountBlaster.com. AccountBlaster. The way it works right now, you need to restore the accounts first. Restore, choose file, the accounts, open. I changed it to cheese colored after I saved it. I like cheese colored. That was the store's account anyways, but whatever. Save it with the themes that they are. So there's no transactions. Let's say who has 0 when they start? Nobody. So we're going to start with the balance, I think. My accounts. Let's put some balances in there. So that way, day 1 we don't start with 0. We'll just say the bank account A has $50 in it. Account B, $30 in it. Piggy bank has 12 cents, of course. And wallet has $12. And let's say you have a balance on your credit cards too. I do. Whoever's doing this. The reason why it says I have a 0 balance is because I've demonstrated on accident reverse mode, which is supposed to not propagate the balances if it's on, because it's as if I knew the balance of Arlon was 0 while setting these. So I can fix that by hitting this button here. And this button here. And I think we don't need to hit it a 3rd time, right? So to save the accounts with the starting balances, just for fun, and the one with the 1. And then, so the point was I was trying to show how to restore everything. So now that you got your accounts open, restore your Ghost control panel and your Ghost transactions with the blue folder, and then use the same choose file, and then make sure you choose the right file and everything. That'll mess you up if you don't, obviously. And then when they're set up as something, the names don't automatically restore. So. So that's how you restore it. You're not going to have to rename it later. That's what you do right now, but anyways. So when we're ready to start our period now, well, we're starting with a balance of $30, considering we have 60 liabilities and 90 assets. And here's how I do it. When there's nothing in the date created here, it defaults to today's date. So, first transaction is going to be to get paid. From my first job into an asset account, my bank account. Today's date, you can just a little bit faster if you close this stuff up, actually. We got paid today, $1,000 or something. In accounting, you would say debit, bank account, credit, revenue account, and later you would zero your account. And this is the same thing in a sort of convoluted way, because this is the zeroing transaction, and this is the credit to the revenue account. Revenue, credit to revenue, zeroing. So then all your different bills you got to pay. It's a little easier if you go like this. Hit this button first, and then open everything up. Let's get the work ones open too. Oh yeah, these need to be different colored. And job 1 and job 2 should be different too. So, and then this stuff. These are all the different external accounts in the world where you're going to be crediting off your assets to, and debiting your expense account, and then zeroing it off to these locations. Like this. So next day, you just got paid $1,000. You're going to pay rent the next day. Next day you're going to pay rent on the 9th. Pay with cash, so you can put it in your wallet first. Just to transfer, you just go like that. Give it a little extra cash. Pay rent, $600 in rent. Wallet to rent. And then the next day, we'll pay the phone bill. Let's get some more money in there though first. Transfer $150. We'll pay the phone bill with this account. And there's 2 waters. Change this one to Maria's. And which brings us to the most important theme. There's a taco theme somewhere. Theme, leopard spots, zebra stripes, and there's lots of spider ones. Those are actually zoomed in of a spider. It's not a big spider, but it looks like it is, but it's really not. Surfing shots. But most importantly, there is the tacos themes. So, I'm going to save it there. Saving is important. We can come back to what you're doing later. Just refresh the page. So let's see, the next day we'll buy a taco. $4. And pay the IRS on a credit. That makes a lot of sense, right? Well, so let's pay for insurance. Let's change it. Next day, pay insurance, $70. Next day, buy tacos, $8. And office supplies for $6. Next day, let's get paid from job 2 to bank account B. $500. So the next day, we'll pay for the internet bill. That's $50. Next day. Now, by this time, I'm sure you're having a grand old time and the time of your life. But suppose, hypothetically, your friends come in and they're like, "Why are you doing your accounting? hit the earthquake button, the raining cats button, and the sound effects button, they will think you're playing a video game. That's what that's for. You can't really do it with the raining cats turned on, but yeah. So anyways, the next day, we'll do, what do we got? Go out to eat. On credit, of course. Spent a lot. We're going to buy all this food for $85. And, I'm getting annoyed at the crooked earthquake mode, so I just hit bricks to get it back. Goes right back. Next day. And you can always save your work so you don't waste your time if something happens. Maybe your roommate unplugged the cord, I don't know. Okay, so the next day, we will go buy some clothes on credit. $300 in clothes, of course. And then, we got paid. $500 again. And now we're gonna pay the credit card off. And next day we're gonna buy some electronics. $57. And the next day we're gonna buy some office supplies on credit. $45. And the next day you can go buy some gas. And then on the 25th, pay the water bill, $80. And then on the 26th, you gotta pay the electricity bill. That, and you like to pay it on this account, so transfer some funds into there, maybe transfer $400 over, and then you can pay your electricity bill for $75, and it's expensive because you've been using so many computers to do your accounting. And next day you can pay the sewer bill. $88, of course. And next day, pay for credit card, and pay for your other credit card, and put some money in your piggy bank. Transfer money between accounts. And what else? Am I forgetting anything? Paycheck day. Some more bills, buy some more groceries. I never did buy groceries. Get some more office supplies. Buy some more clothes. Go into April. taco. Anyways, you can go on to this. Point is, now you've done a bunch of stuff. Save it. Get your period done. And I did it, the period's already closed, so you can see what your balance is right now. Your capital is 733.12. And if you want to make a balance sheet, it's all you do is just make another one of these things. And the way the balance sheet's set up is just put a turn off the sound effects if it's getting annoying. Just put the company name, assets, liabilities, and put nothing. Statements, balance sheet, balance sheet. The point of this demonstration is to chart the running balance of your total capital. So this is the balance sheet on the 1st of April. This is either, I forget how to set the date. We'll get back to that. So, I'm going to save where I'm at. The 6th time. And I'd like to go make another account. Call it copies or something, whatever you want. And then take this, save it, call it just Arlon, and then whatever this thing is, copies. Store, choose file, Arlon, just Arlon, open. Now we have a copy of Arlon. You could just hit copy, except for the themes are randomized if you do that. So it's fine. I don't know. Seems like there's another reason too. I can't think of it. Anyways, this is the copy here. I'm gonna change the theme right away. Mix it up and copy. Before you open a copy, close the ghosts because they're not compatible yet. Looks like what just happened. Okay, so now I was going to show you on the way to get charting the running balance of your total capital. You can do a trick with expenses. If you hit shortcut, match the themes and categories to the children's, twins, parents, twins, parent, which is children's, twins, parents, twins, parent. It's just a coincidence that the themes almost match. There's no book on this one. They don't actually match. It's not the same. So we're going to match it. This shortcuts. Match children, themes, and categories to children's, twins, parents, twins, parent. And after you hit that, hit shortcuts. Create intermediary level, convert children categories into intermediary parents. Turns these into categories, sums them up or whatever. And you see the taquerias is a sum instead of an item. It's got the 3 in it, whatever, but it's a category now. And now you could make a chart of your expenses like that. Or a bar chart, or both. I guess the bar chart's upside down since they're expenses. It's kind of funny. I didn't know it was going to do that. Let's see. What else applies? Line chart? Not really. Balance chart does not apply to this. And maybe a scatter chart? Yeah, that sort of makes sense. So you could print your expenses that way. That's one way to look at your expenses on the way to charting the running balance of your total capital, which is what we're about to do here. Where'd that copy go? Okay. Just put it in the, we don't need this thing. We also don't need these. So now, as always, there's a few ways to do this, but quick way is to hit lock, question mark, shortcuts. No, we already did that one. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Convert. The point is we want to erase the level, this level, just categories don't matter. Just erase this level. Bring everything, the children up. And twice. Because we need the transactions. That's what we're going for. And these have automatic transactions in them. If you look at them. I think some of them do. Yeah, see, like that. So you gotta. You also gotta. Grandchildren, erase all. Okay, so now, that's it. You can. This is the running balance of your total capital through time. Oh no! Wait! I missed a step actually. That's with the transfers. You don't need the transfers in there. It makes it. So to get the transfers out, sort it with this button, and now the transfers are lined up with each other. Just go bank account to wallet, bank account to wallet. Delete. Okay. Let's see what else. Bank account to bank account. And this helps. No, it doesn't. Not in this circumstance. The transfer. Make it smaller. It'll. The layout stuff's a little funny still. But we changed. I have a new way of doing it. It's not ready yet. Okay, so I'm in the middle of deleting all the transfers. I think. Right? There's probably a thing I can add that'll make this a little easier. But for now, this is the transfer elimination method I have. In fact, yeah, I'll make a better way of doing this part. Yeah, for now, this is how it is. OTP bank gets a transfer. Transfers. All those. That's it, right? So yeah, I'll fix that so you can get rid of those better. But for now, so that's it for that. And then now you got your running balance. That's it. This is the chart of your running balance, your total capital through time. All your transactions across all your accounts from the 8th to the 1st. And you can see when you get paid, when you paid your expenses, when you get little, there's like two $500 payments and 1,000, I think, or something at the end. Various accounts, and I'll filter none here. And wait, you can't actually filter none until you're done with this. But what I was going to say is you can change the color by redoing it. And until you get a color that you like. And filter none and have the chart still show up. Just checking. Okay. So it'd be cool to get rid of that while you're making the chart. Changing the chart color to one I like. There's a bit of a scrolling issue here. I can work on. So we like that color for now. More color. Green. Purple. It just picks a random color every time. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Of course, random colors come up during the video. I like the bright colors. Come on, bright colors. Where are you? Whatever. We'll stick with yellow. So, and the different buttons give you different amounts of information or whatever. If you want the running balance, that's the running balance button. So, banana, banana, and now you get the running balances there. So anyways, the idea is your little report area. You got lots of stuff you could put down here. You can put your tree if you want. The tree is probably less relevant for this particular one. That's something you could put down there. List of stuff. You don't have to delete the grandchildren before you make this if you want to show the sub-transactions. That's a good way to do it. And I'm going to put the chart at the top, probably. So just undo it and redo it, and it goes at the top. And then now you can switch the color if you want. Okay, so we got the list, shows the running balance. Where do we start at? $30, and it went down the list, grand, and then this is our list of money we had. And I like this thing at the top, so let me redo this real quick here. The way it works is this undoes that, and then which cycle it's in, redoes it at the top. And then turn it. And that's your report of the chart of the running balance of your total capital through time. So the reason why this is helpful to you is now you know when you hand this to your friends that hopefully they will know that you want to have your party here. I'm just kidding. Here. I don't know. You can make decisions based on where the low points are. You know, for example, this is a low point above. It's like at around $300 right here. Looks like. It says it. 297. 12. There's a low point. Okay. And there's a low point here at $500. See, that's how that works. You can see your low points at. You can see that on the 26th. You have a low point. Now this could be past, present, and or future. So planned transactions, past transactions, transactions you did today. The cool thing is you do it for the future, and then this is, see, we're not here yet. This is future transactions, so we can make decisions based on where the low points are. So that was the point of this video. I know I covered stuff I didn't say I was going to cover, and probably didn't cover all the stuff I would have liked to have covered. There's some small inconsistencies and glitches and imperfections in the program, but it's a work in progress, and right now it's useful for this. This is one thing you can use it for, so I hope everyone likes the demonstration and is able to make use of this particular functionality. Thanks for watching.